heel position, both facing the same direction.
Yeah, we have, let me
That's
see.
fine,
what you want.
yeah. And I'll let Denise just kind of talk you through that.
Heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit. What you're looking at is one step and sit, one step and sit, one step and sit. You're using the sidewall to keep the dog perfectly straight, and you're just looking for that rapid response to stepping forward, sitting, so that he moves with you together every time.
Yeah, and what this is a great exercise for is helping you with your start sign. So often, and I have trouble with my dogs, that first step, I lose them on that first step, they drop their heads. Right, so having that, so Denise's dog is just rock solid on her.
Heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit. Moves exactly with me every time.
So do you say sit while your off leg is moving?
He's moving with my left leg. The leg he's next to is the one he's moving with.
Well, I was asking, when do you say the word sit while your off leg is?
I say the word sit as I'm planting this foot and pulling his head up.
Okay, so what?
Heel, sit,
Yeah, okay.
heel, sit. Part of that's gonna depend on how fast your dog is.
Yeah.
If you have a dog that slams its bottom down, you're gonna have to be faster. When you got a long dog that's gotta situate his feet, you can be a little slower with it.
Thank you.
You develop a rhythm with each individual dog. It might be different from one dog to the next.
So I've had trouble with both of my dogs where I couldn't even really start there because I lost them before I ever got to the sit. So I modified that as a point of departure for my dogs. Like I'm watching, I got focus, heel, 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 heel. So because I couldn't even make it that far without losing focus. So I started with both of them, so getting that focus, getting that attention, and just having them be able to move along with that leg a little bit and not seeing that head drop. And then I might end the exercise with one full sit. Not everybody has that much trouble, but we see a lot of people that lose their dogs right at that sign, right at that start sign, that first step off. Dog drops their head, and then good luck making it through that first sign. Rocking fronts, man.
If you're ever in a contest to see who can do the most sits in 60 seconds, this is the way to win it. Come, sit, come, sit, come, sit, come, sit, come, sit. It's the same thing. He moves instantly when I start to move, and he sits immediately, and he stays straight the whole time. If you need to use food to lure it, you can. He's past that. Come, sit. Come, sit. Yay!
So that's another one that I too often I think see from some of our novices is you get that call front. You got that dog is seated, and the handler just steps back and doesn't call their dog. And the dog's sitting like, am I supposed to go? Am I not supposed to go? Like, and our call, I'll call front 3 steps back. They get a call front, nice straight sit, and then the handler just leaves the dog sitting there without that come.
You have to say something when you move. Otherwise, as far as they know, you told them to sit. And this is a test to see if they're gonna break their sit stay because you moved. And they're gonna get corrected if they move. Because you taught them to sit stay. And you didn't give them any other permission to do anything else. So you have to talk to them.
Yeah, we see
You have to
too
tell
many
'em.
people walking off leaving their dogs in those walk backs. Halt left, halt right.
Halt.
Halt left, halt right. Heel forward a few steps, have a signal position, practice.
Halt, left turn, halt,
Yep,
right turn.
Yep.
Okay. If I move my foot, he's not gonna do anything. I have to move my whole body. Squire heel, yes. That way he knows to jump out of the way because I'm gonna turn left because he sees me moving. Come on. Squire heel. Sit. Squire heel.
Nice.
Same thing going right, but it's a little easier because you're not turning into them. But you still have to collect your dog after you sit. Make sure you've got their attention. Collect them. Squire heel. Yes, good boy. Squire heel. Sit. Squire heel. Good boy. What's underlined, 10 points, is dog and handler move together. The dog has to jump up and move when you move. And if you sit, if you do something like this and then move, the dog is one step behind you. He moved on your second foot, 10 points. 10 points because the dog didn't move when you did. Same thing here. I see people that do this, heel. Dog moved on my second step, not my first one. Sit. Heel. I already took one step, he didn't move with it. I didn't tell him I was moving, he couldn't see that foot. So you need to get down there and tell them to move with you. Any questions on that?
So Denise does a great job of staying connected, using her voice to motivate the dog, and just injecting the right amount of energy into her dog so her dog can respond accordingly. And she is rock solid, consistent. The tone in her voice, the way she uses her body, her steps, same way every time. So that dog there's a language in place there, right? With a level of communication that is enviable, right? It's really, really tough to get there. I don't know anybody that does it any better than Denise does. Barbara's also got a real strong communication with her dog Chuck. Both of those are just really, really pretty to watch.
Because herding dogs like to pay attention. We may see a totally different picture with a Dalmatian that likes to watch everything else in the world except you.
But if that's true, it's even more important to have that.
It's more
consistency.
important to work at, that's right.
Yeah, so.
But it may
okay.
be harder to achieve.
I think you're up for the challenge. Do you wanna show two kinds of downs? I don't know, just a sit and a walk forward and then straight down.
Okay. Whoa. So straight down is he can't sit and then walk into a down. He has to go straight down, squat down. So he flops and goes down. Heel, whoa, stand this way. Whoa, down. That's straight down from a stand. Now if he was sitting, squat heel, this way. Sit, squat, sit. If he's sitting and I ask him to lay down, he keeps his butt still and moves his front feet forward. If I ask him to sit back up, sit, squat, sit. He keeps his butt down and he walks his front feet back. He never stands up between the down and the sit. What you'll see, especially if dogs get in a hurry, is you go, sit. Oh, you're not doing it. No, you didn't do it wrong. You're supposed to do it wrong. Okay. There, he stood before he sat. That's wrong. So, they're very picky about that in Rally. And in obedience, you probably would not get taken off for that. Because it's just not on their radar that the dog can't momentarily stand up. Do you have any other?
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay.
Probably a variety of ways to teach both of those. And what you notice from his, which I think he does perfectly, his stand to a down, it's a bit of a fold back. Front, it's just a split second where that front goes down first and then he rolls back into his rear knee. Just to me done absolutely perfectly. Great job. Doesn't get much better. Very, very good. Okay, we'll let you come out. Oh,
All right.
let's go over new signs.
What?
We're gonna go over new signs. Okay, so we've got a 270 right and a 270 left.
Do we need to demo that?
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Let me, So the rule book calls these 270s tight turns. Okay, tight turns. Okay, as your skills increase, you'll kind of get a little pivot out of both of those. You'll see a beautiful right and potentially left on this with both dogs. Chubb's got it just an absolute beauty. So interestingly, you can look at this arrow. This is a 270 right, but the arrow is facing left. So sometimes that can be confusing. I see people occasionally that only see that part right there and think, okay, without really looking at the sign and try to turn the wrong direction. So don't let these confuse you. Arrow left is actually a turn to the right.
You follow the yellow brick road, which means you start at the bottom and turn the way the circle goes. That's the only way I do it. I don't look whether it says right or left, I go which way did the yellow brick road go? Is that a right?
This is a right, but if you
This
can
one's a right too.
if you can demo a right and a left, that would be delicious.
Square heel. This is a hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. Yay, good boy. It's another way to accomplish a right turn that makes it less boring than just turning right. Square heel. This is a hurry. Hurry, yay, good boy.
Okay.
If we were gonna do a left, square heel. This is a watch. Watch, 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 watch. Yay, good boy. Hurry. Go. Hurry. This is a watch. Watch. Good watch. Yay.
And we've also got, of course, tonight, a call front, finish left, sit. So we've had call fronts, finish right and left forwards, right? But you see a stop sign here. So this sign has two sits on it. It's got your call front, and at front all the way up through masters, it's always gonna say, have a sit right here, okay? And then this is a finish right or left, depending on the sign. This sign's got a sister, the last people to the right. And then you've got a sit at the end, okay? So like all of these, you wanna pause, make sure that that judge recognizes that you hit your sit. Use this to reconnect with your dog, just like Denise is doing right there, and then you heel off. So,
Squad heel. Squad come. Right here. Sit. Good boy. Squad swing. Heel. Yay!
and then off she goes. Okay, good on that? So that would be a right or left.
Come.
Two sits on that sign.
Squad swing. Swing. Good. Heel.
So last week, we promised you that you have a walk around, okay? So I'm gonna start by saying, and I'll finish by saying, every time you walk around your dog, you walk back into heel position and you pause. Pause. If you walk around in the heel position and you heel off, it's a -2. If everything was done beautifully, but you don't pause and heel off, it's a -10. So,
Squad heel. Sit. Stay. 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 Heel. Good boy.
so it's true also for the sit walk around or the down walk around.
Down. Stay. Stay.
Notice she's giving her dog plenty of room. Too often, our dogs break, the handler's like, oh, I can't let my dog do this, the dog breaks. It's because they're crowding the dog. They're walking into the dog's head, they're really crowding, moving around. Make sure you give your dog enough space to be comfortable. Make sure you've got that pause. So I have myself on video. Stay, walking around my dog. So I'm But when you come into heel position, 2 count, 3 count, breathe, connect, and go, right? It was -10, I'm looking at the video, I stopped. But somebody would say, don't give the judge,
Don't make the judge think.
think.
If the judge goes, did she stop or not? It was so quick, I don't think I saw it. So they may take 10 points off.
There you go. Okay, so let's do a call front, return to heel. So this sign has a cousin that, it's really not a cousin, but the two signs look very similar. Okay, so we'll talk more about that later, but don't let that mess you up. Man, when you go in your walkthrough and you see something that looks like this, figure out whether it's a call front, return to heel, or whether it's an about left. Because you can glance at that and they look quite a lot alike. Okay, so this is a call front, return to heel. So
Right.
there's one sit on this sign.
Pew, pew, pew. Are you ready? Let's go. Squire, come.
Call front.
Stay.
Hand
Stay.
return to
Stay.
heel. Remember she walked around her dog, so she's got to pause. Didn't say walk around here, but she did. So she's got to pause when she's walking around her
Squire,
dog.
come. Stay. Stay. Pew.
Very nice. Okay. So
Are we done?
We've got one more. We've got a
One more. All right.
We've got a figure eight. And
Figure eight.
I brought these up here to see. So the trick with the figure eight, the thing you want to remember is in the novice figure eight, you can enter on either side, on either cone. So here it is. I can enter here. I can enter here. Right? I can do either one of those two things. So how do I decide?
Where the next sign is.
Where you gonna have to go next?
Where you go next, where you enter, the visual that you see as you enter is the visual that you will see when you exit. I'm entering, I'm coming off, maybe I come off of this side. If I start here,
1, 2,
same visual. Step across that, like
Three.
you said 3. Okay? So,
The
if you,
counting is not the cones, it's not the ends, it's that X in the middle. You count when you go across that line in the middle.
if I enter here, I'm gonna see this as I leave. So it's really straightforward. So if my sign, if I come off of this here, right here, and my sign is over here, my path is over here, I'm gonna wanna enter on this side. If my next sign is over here, I'm gonna enter on this side, and it's that simple. It's really that simple. And then the next piece is making sure that you count. One of our best competitors ever, it's SDSE, right there, counts it. So folklore has it, urban legend has it, that some judge said he saw somebody cross the center line 7 times.
What?
Could I make that up? So if somebody, you go across and you're fussing with your dog, you don't know where you're going, and then here's your second, you think you're done, and off you go tottering, right? Or the opposite problem, you come around and you think, was that 3? Was that 2? I think it was 2. There's 3, and then you go on. So Denise counts it out loud.
I do.
She's got 2 dogs with rocks. She counts it out loud, right? So this is another one. This is a good sign to not watch how everybody else is doing it. Figure it out on your own, right? You can watch other people do it wrong. I have seen an AKC judge do the figure eight wrong on a walkthrough and get corrected by the person that was in leadership. Okay? So don't think, unless it's Denise or Mike Herbach, if it's not one of those 2 people,
stopped.